But now, still staying on matters schooling, and we now want to go into the economics of all this as students go back to school. There's a lot of shopping that's going on. Parents are running helter-skelter to get their children and their students everything that they need to make schooling comfortable. Among them, masks, just sanitizers, and just keeping safe in school. But there are other necessities that are key to a student's survival in school, and those are shoes. Noah Kipkemboi has been pitching tent at Kariokor here in Nairobi, and now he joins us live to tell us the latest from there. Noah Kipkemboi, tell us, what is it like in Kariokor with the resumption of schools?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Brian. The sun is scorching hot. It's the year 2021. Happy New Year to you. But we are at Kariokor Market, and this is a special place. As you can see here, just right next to me, this is what we call leather treatment. They're treating the leather. Before you wear that shoe, this is what it is. Before the designers come and lay it well to make sure that by the time you're wearing that shoe, you can see even from this mark on my hand, there's some ingredients that have just been sprayed on my hand. But basically, this is a leather. I can call it a leather kingdom. A lot of shoemaking going on here, especially for school kids. And I want to take this round just to understand what exactly is happening. So before we do that, actually, we will turn around here and we start with history, because I believe that history is very important. Understanding Kariokor, where does that come from? The streets are a little bit thin, so you will bear with us as we move across this thin script. Thank you very much. First of all, here kuna mtengenezaji wa viatu. Mkubwa, habari yako? Nieleze, biashara ya viatu inaendeleaje sasa?
Inaendelea vizuri kabisa mzae.
Wazazi wana complain ama wako na pesa ya kununua viatu?
Hawana pesa ya kununua viatu, lakini tunajaribu tu.
Sasa mnawasaidia aje? Mnajaribu aje?
Si speed yako bahati yako.
Okay. Speed yako bahati yako. So that's just one of the guys who make shoes here at Kariokor. But as I was speaking about history, you know, in the year 1914, what happened is that the best and the strongest Kenyans were carried away from their hometowns across the country and brought to Kariokor, and it was basically their work was to help the army in World War I. That's why they were called Carrier Cows, all right? And that's why this place is called Kariokor. This is where they used to meet back then in the days. But right now, it is a leather hub. It is a place where activity is booming. A lot of shoemaking ongoing here. As you can see, gentlemen in their vests working very hard to make sure that they're providing for their families, but making sure at the end of the day also that they feed and provide that need of shoes. So this is one of the stalls, and this particular gentleman, kwa majina nani?
George Ogwayo.
George Ogwayo. Biashara ya viatu ilikuwa affected aje na COVID-19?
Ilikuwa affected kwa sababu ya COVID-19. Sasa hiyo ndio ilifanya hata sisi hakukuwa tunafanya kazi, lakini vile shule imefunguliwa, demand iko juu mpaka wazazi wanakosa viatu. Hata sisi production iko chini. Hatuwezi toa vile tulikuwa tunatoa, wapate vile walikuwa wanapata.
So unasema demand iko juu kabisa. Na ile fenye mlikuwa nini price yenye mlikuwa mna charge viatu?
Sasa hii hata sisi tume increase kidogo kwa sababu material pia wale mahali tunachukua material wameongeza bei. Itabidi sasa tuongeze hata percentage kidogo. Ndio tupate kitu.
Okay. So demand iko juu, and basically Brian, as you can see, very active. These guys are working day and night to make sure that they fulfill their demand. The demand is so high such that people come asking for shoes here for their children, and they're told come next week. And this is not just a normal happening. Actually, this demand started almost 2-3 weeks ago, where parents started, coming to the realization that the school situation, schools are going to be opening in the 4th of January, and we have to be ready. So the demand is up. But what is fascinating is that a lot of young people in Kariokor Market, and they are making it. They're making a livelihood. As you can see, this particular young person is using glue. Bari kijana.
Mzuri sana.
Wewe unaitwa nani?
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
You're 17. Yeah. And when did you start this working on shoes?
Last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best. Yeah. Asante sana maze. So as you can feel there from interacting with this young man, I even used maze on air, which sometimes it can be very dangerous, but that is the environment. People assume that these skills, hands-on skills, are left and it's a past thing, but it is the current thing and it's the future thing. We have to make things, and 17-year-olds like Brian are here hustling to make ends meet. So we want to continue with the tour right here at Karioko. I told you the streets are a little bit, thin, so you have to be very, very strategic as you move around. You have to be very strategic. And even here, as you can see, lots of shoes, and this is the kind of shoes that are being sold. Like this one, it looks very beautiful. Mama habari?
Nzuri.
Nieleze, hii kiatu inatoka pesa ngapi?
Hii kiatu inatoka 550.
550? Before ilikuwa mnauza pesa ngapi?
Tulikuwa tunauza 400.
Amuisi uchungu mnauzia wazazi wakati ambapo corona imepiga watu sana?
Hapana, ni vile hii material ya kutengeneza hizo viatu imekuwa expensive. Tunauziwa bei kali. So imepanda, ngamu imepanda, kila kitu imepanda ya kiatu.
Okay. So yeah. Ilikuwa ya for so 550. Kuna ingine hapa, pia zingine hapa. Hizi ni viatu zenye zinajulikana sana watoto kutumia shuleni. Hii ilikuwa inatoka pesa ngapi before?
Before ilikuwa inatoka 500, sasa hii ni 700.
700. Na niambie, demand kuulizia uko na stock yenye inabaki ama saizi ikoje?
Hakuna stock inabaki. So naona hata wanaangalia, lakini hiyo ni ya wenyewe. Hakuna stock inabaki.
So na una expect hii itaendeleaje mwaka ikizidi kuingia?
Mimi tunaomba Mungu tu iendelee hivyo tu. Hapo.
Okay, so that is one of the traders saying that the demand is so huge that parents are coming and asking for shoes, and they're being told, wait, hold on, please do come next week. But as I told you, this is a very active place, Brian. Just making sure that our children look good as much as they are wearing masks. Right now, initially, Brian, I will look at you and know whether you're happy or sad based on your smile. Now with the mask, I have to look at your shoes and look at the type of shoes that you're wearing. Wow. Whether they're clean, I'll know you're a happy person.
No,
but basically, that is what is happening at Karioko. It is, yes?
No, before I let you go, could you please try and inquire, on a normal day before this demand came to being, how many pairs of shoes, what was the production volume looking like before this kind of demand came into place? And now comparing it with the situation whereby they can't even have stock to sell. Ask them for me, please, and for our viewer, how many pairs of shoes were they producing before this demand and now?
Definitely. In fact, I'll just go back to this lady. Madam, in terms of the number of pair of shoes, mlikuwa mnauza pair ngapi before COVID and wakati wa COVID?
Hatukuwa tunauza anything hakukuwa kitu tulikuwa tunauza. Hata
na saizi sasa mnauza pair ngapi kwa siku?
Hata ni venye sinakosa, tukiwa na 1000 hata 3000 utauza. Ni venye inakosa.
Demand iko kabisa.
Iko juu.
Na hii demand ilianza when?
Ilianza fenye walikula sikukuu ndio wameanza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah, Brian. So there you have it. Wow. After we ate Christmas and we were very well fed, then we had to think about school, and this is what happened, that we went straight to get the shoes. The prices have skyrocketed, the demand is high, the shoemakers are making a killing. It is providing employment for people here. As a parent, as you come here, you just have to make sure that your negotiation skills are on point. Remember also they touch on the raw material. We have leather. Leather is one of the raw materials, as you can see there, being cut. That is one of the issues that is of concern, because the raw materials, actually the prices have gone high. So definitely that skyrockets the price of shoes by 200. And Brian, times are hard. When somebody tells you that last year you bought a pair of shoe at this particular figure, and you come this year, you're being sold for 200 shillings more, in this COVID situation, it's quite a difficult situation. But as parents, a majority of them are determined to make sure that their children go to school looking good and also being protected. That is the situation at Karioko Market. Did I tell you about the history? In 1914, them picking the strongest man. This man served in the First World War. And actually, there were close to 160,000 of them. 40,000 lost their lives. Some of them came back home. And this is the history of the place. Apart from the economic background, we have rich history in Karioko Market. And that is what we are sharing today of history of innovation, history of hard work, history of Karioko, and history of going back to school and, you know, thanking God for those good old times. Now, this is our status quo for now. All right, wow. Over to you, Brian.
Thank you so much, Noah Kipkemboi, of course, ever detailed and ever, eloquent in giving us the latest on the ground. And that's typical of Brian's. I mean, Brian's are outgoing and outliers. When we come back from this short break, we'll be giving you an episode of The Innovator this week, so be